Hey Pisces, this is Just with your March mid-month 2017 council. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Pisces, for the remainder of this month, it looks like some of you are over it. Some of you are over it. It looks like there's been some problematic situations at the workplace. There's been a lot of just unnecessary bickering, just problems at the workplace. You guys are just doing your best to do what you need to do, work, and take on a job, but you're really tired. I see that a lot of you are working yourselves to the bone, trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents. It seems like some of you are trying to compensate or reconcile monies, so you're working a lot more because your expenses has increased, it looks like. And so you're working a lot. And because of that, you may be missing all type of events. So your social life may at this point have taken a hit because you have to work. Why? Because you have to either, pay off some stuff. It could be student loans that you have to pay off. It could be, hours. It could be seasonal. So right now it's like you have no other choice. You have to put in extra hours. But I do see some conflict around the workplace. A lot of unnecessary bickering and discord at the workplace. And you guys are really kind of like tired of it, even though you're just working as much as possible and doing your best to stay away from the fray, trying to avoid any problems as much as possible. I feel like some of you are very tired and you just really want things to end. And I feel like some of you may have made a decision after going into the second week of March, to say if you've been working a lot and you've been putting in so much work, you've did something to kind of escape from that. So some of you could have decided to take a trip. Some of you could have decided to, and I mean right now, some of you could have decided to take a trip or take an offer, like an offer was given to you to go someplace and you took it. Okay. And it was beneficial. This offer may lead to something down the line for you, which will be very beneficial for you. And underneath it all, it kind of took you away from the drama. So if you kind of took a wellness week for yourself or wellness few days for yourself, or you've decided to say, hey, I'm jumping ship and I'm going to actually start to put myself out there. As soon as you started to do that, you started to get a lot of callbacks and people being interested in you, and you're going to be moving on to a new opportunity. Now, I'm seeing that as we get closer to April, the month is going to go by fast. And I've been telling everyone that it's going to be a very fast month, as you can see, and it will continue that way. And as we get into April, I feel like that's going to go on for the next 8 weeks. So all of April and, probably all of April. All of April is what I meant. All of March and also all of April. Some of you may be feeling, though, that you're doing a lot, but you're not getting the results that you're looking for, or you're getting kickback. You're putting a lot of effort, or a lot of things are coming to you, but you may not be able to take the opportunities of everything that's coming to you. There may be some blockages with that. You may be wanting to do something, but there could be someone blocking you from being able to do all the things that you would like to do. Others of you, if you have your own business, business is definitely going to be picking up quite a bit. Okay. And I feel like when it does, some of you, because so much of it is going to be coming in, you may be missing out on some of the opportunities that would come your way. Maybe because there's just not enough time in a day. You may have extra responsibilities, like I've mentioned in the past, that doesn't allow for you to take advantage of all of these opportunities and all of the things that's happening. So try in your best right now, if that's the case, to find your time management. If that means that you have to get up a couple of hours earlier to kind of get ahead of the curve, do that for yourself, because I do see a lot of opportunities that could be coming your way. You don't want to miss out on them. Others of you may find a very ingenious way, if you will, and be very logical, very intellectual in how you're handling your own business, albeit a lot of work coming in, having to juggle two major things in your life. You're going to have to juggle. It's going to be some juggling. So I'm feeling more toward the next 2 months. So starting now, going probably into May. There's going to be some juggling, as soon as this swarm of things start to hit you. I feel like it's going to be going up for the next 2 months. So kind of settle in. That's why I say if you can kind of get some things off your plate now, or tackle some things and get ahead of the curve, whatever is your day-to-day things that, is not necessarily bogging you down now. If you can get some of those things, get caught up on some of those things, do it now. So when the rush comes, it'll fall right in line. Okay. I feel it'll fall right in line. Yeah. Cause I do see that there's going to be a lot of, opportunities, a lot. And I feel like, I don't see that you're going to have a lot of help. So if you're at the workplace and you guys just get the swarm of work, and all of a sudden now it gets very busy, you may have a manager that's very much a stickler, and they may be being very demanding of all that you need to do. You may not have anyone that you can kind of like rely on or go to and say, hey, I have a lot going on at home. Now I have this stuff at work. I feel like you're not going to have the type of support that that you think you should have, or that you would need at this time. And really you don't. If you get ahead of the curve now, you should be fine. So again, just take that time to kind of get your ducks in a row. As it relates to love for some of you, I do see that some of you have been going through some problematic situations in relationships and in the home life, as it relates to you and your mate. Some of you or your mate could have turned to work. Or it could be overwork. It could be that, they focus too much on work and not enough on you. And maybe now they've been trying to be a little bit more attentive, more affectionate. And maybe, some of you are kind of in the corner stewing, like, oh, now you want to come over here. No, now you want to give me some attention, that sort of thing. So you may be bucking the system a little bit, but I would say be a little bit open to it, especially if it's just work that person's been doing. Then you have to kind of like, be patient and, kind of get over that as much as you can. I feel like some of you're battle weary, especially if there's been some problematic situations with your relationships and your marriage. There's an element of just wanting it to end. And for some of you, there has been an ending to all of the strife, all of the negative talk, and all of the back and forth. There's been an end to that. And I feel like if you can get on the other side of being stewing, if you will, then I feel like the relationship can kind of get back on track, and things will be better again. Now, I feel like some of you have been emotionally out of sorts for quite some time, perhaps since the month of February. February could have been a very, very emotionally out of sorts, topsy-turvy type of month for you guys, trying to reconcile your feelings and what does this all mean and that sort of thing. But I feel like there's going to be a change in that. I feel like there's going to be some enthusiasm, something that you may have put down. If you're going to either go back to it, or you're just going to kind of go into yourself, or you're going to, if it's your relationship, you guys might take a trip. You and your mate may take a trip. You guys may decide to do something fun to kind of just get on the other side of things. It will be short-lived for some of you. It may be short-lived, and that person may have to go back to, working a lot, that sort of thing. And they, down the line, it could bring a level of disappointment because you may be internalizing it and feeling like this person is not necessarily wanting to be a part of the relationship, or, just doesn't feel stable for you. But I do see for some of you, there's going to be a situation where a lot of communication is going on. I feel as we get closer to the end of the month, going on into April. But I'm seeing this kind of like a lot of energy, a lot of communication, or a lot of activity going on. And then all of a sudden it kind of like stops. So someone is either going to kind of switch up and change, or I don't see any cards after that would suggest what, but I want to get something in addition to that. I want to get a little bit more clarification on it. Okay. Some of you might be feeling like you're going back, like you're back to a place that you didn't like with your mate. Like, oh, here we go again. He's always, he's always working, or he's disconnected from me again, like that type of thing. And you may be feeling like, or they may be saying that to you, that you've disconnected again, or you've disappeared again. But it's something about like feeling like you're going down the same road with this person that's problematic for you. And I want to definitely say this as a heads up for some of you that can relate to this part. Try your best to see things differently, do things differently, even if down the line, all of your efforts you may feel like was in vain. Do your best to change your attitude and be a little bit more positive with the situation, because I feel it could be very dangerous if you find yourself going down that same road that's reminiscent of a negative past for you or your mate. So if they are doing it to you, you may be looking at the front door and wanting to exit the situation, or someone may try to do something in the moment that's very foolish. We do have Aries Venus retrograde right now, so you do have a lot of people acting on a temporary desire, very temporary, and you have a lot of people coming back around forcefully, coming back into people's lives. A lot of people reminiscing on the past relationships, and some people are really acting on it because the feeling is strong, and with that Aries energy, it's going to motivate you to take action. So try to connect with your mate as much as possible. Try to get over things as quickly as possible, and don't do anything foolish that you'll later regret, because you feel like you're under pressure. You feel like you need to escape. Okay, try to be practical. If it was in Taurus, it'd be a lot better, but with Aries, it is that very momentary energy. And the thing about it that I've been telling a lot of signs that are thinking about people from the past, and they're itching to call, they're itching to, reply or connect with them on any level. As quickly as that gets involved, as quickly as it's going to be ended for a lot of people, because it involves Aries. So just be mindful of that. I feel like you'll get a lot more with honey than you would with, vinegar. I think that's what they say. But this thing can work out. Whatever problematic situations you were having with your relationship, it can work out. It really can. I think that there just needs to be a little bit more lightheartedness. I think there needs to be a lot more emotional affection toward the person, because they may be feeling like, there's that disconnect there. So, trying your best to match their emotion. You know what I mean? Because I do see that like emotion is coming your way. So if you're being stewy and stubborn, then, eventually a person may do something reckless. You know what I mean? Doesn't justify it at all, but just giving you a heads up. So match that energy if you can. Try to get over it, especially if it's something insignificant. I don't necessarily, and I don't necessarily see cheating. I don't necessarily see that someone is stepping outside of the relationship. I do see that there can be some childish, like someone might do something in the spur of the moment to try to escape from their reality. And who knows what that can bring down the line, right? So I would say match your mate's energy and try to, be the better person, or to be the more positive person in your relationship, if this applies to you. But overall, it looks like things will work out. It looks like things will, you guys can work on it and get on the other side of whatever you've been going through in your relationship with you and your mate. And that's for those of you that applies to. Some of you could be coming off the heels of an ending of a relationship, and the person could have been trying to get back and mend fences with you, to which it looks like you have been uninterested. Someone has been trying to reach out to you, and some of you have made yourself totally unavailable to them, so you could have blocked that person. I feel like there's going to be something looks like it's coming down the pike, where it's going to be like a surprise travel, a surprise, let's do this. I'm getting like some type of travel is going to be happening kind of like out of the blue. So hopefully it's not your mate traveling, or you having to get up and travel, or do anything. I don't necessarily see separation, but it looks like there's going to be something, like it's going to be a moment in time as we're going out of March, going into April, where it's going to be on a better things are going to get better, and things are going to be like, you're going to have a moment of reprieve and be able to kind of like have fun and have a lot of good, fast energy coming your way, even though somebody might try to halt that. Some of you also, with the person that's been trying to reach you, or you've taken a break from someone, I feel like once you cool down or the other person cools down, someone's going to be trying to communicate with you, but the other person is going to be kind of, again, I just keep getting this stubborn energy. So just be mindful of that. And I'm speaking of two different circumstances. I just spoke about the relationship part of you and your mate, and they're working and that sort of thing. But this is a different circumstance where you've already broken up or taken a break from someone, and this person may have a lot of this person, either they've been trying to reach out to you and you've ignored them. You may turn around sometime in April and try to reach back out to them, and then they'll, try to get you back for the times that you ignored them. So just be mindful of that. You know what I mean? It seems like it'd be some game plan in that scenario. Also, I feel like there could be someone that's kind of like stuck in the middle. I'm getting stuck in the middle. A person could be stuck in the middle, like your mate. Some of you could have a mate that is getting a lot of attention from people, or there's a lot of possibilities. Because again, guys, I'm trying to tell you, this Aries energy is coming up very strong, and a lot of people coming back with a vengeance. And I do see this recurring message of people doing their best to like not entertain old people. You know what I mean? Like they know they could. I think people can feel like, nope, this is not going to go anywhere good. No, I'm not going to do it. So I would say again, that's my message to you guys is to definitely match your mate's energy. It's very important for relationships while we're going through this retrograde in Venus and Aries to try to come together and build and strengthen each other as much as possible. There's going to be a lot of times when people are unearthing past problems, especially if you've been in a long-standing relationship or you've rekindled a relationship where there was existing problems. This will be the time where a lot of people are talking and saying things that could be quite hurtful, and people may do stupid things at this time because everybody's acting on impulse, and it can damage relationships. So this is the time to really be ginger with your partner and and try your best to overcome whatever problems that you're having that are insignificant. You know what I mean? So that you guys can get on the other side of this energy that can be quite challenging when you have so many people interfering. Because I do see a lot of people wanting to interfere, but a lot of people are trying their best to not give in to that. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. Again, and take that advice for yourself as well. If you have a lot of people trying to intervene, don't allow that to, because your mate can see something, like someone may message you or do something is totally innocent, and you haven't even, said anything to the person, but your mate may take that as something completely different, especially if you guys are in this gray space and you've been ignoring them, or you've not been, you guys aren't, again, in that positive space. There can be them taking things the wrong way, and things can be blown out of proportion, and then them doing something that's very childish and very foolish in the moment. Again, because I get like this tit for tat energy. So just be mindful of that. Definitely be mindful of that. Some of you may even be thinking on a separate note. Some of you may even be thinking of reaching out to someone that you have recently ended a relationship with. The past 10 months, you may have ended a relationship with this person 10 weeks ago. And this person has moved on. I would say this person has moved on. I would say that even though if you're trying to say something or give some type of terms of endearment toward this person, I don't feel like it would be received well. So I would say anything from your past, unless you know for a fact that this is beneficial to me, I would say definitely be a bit cautious about returning. If you have given someone the cold shoulder and now you want to make amends, kind of expect them to perhaps do the same to you. But I feel like even that, it will be short term. The person will get over themselves and you guys will be able to work things out. But if it's that, meaning that, you know, this is kind of the relationship how you guys do, where you're mad at them and then you ignore them and then you go back and then they ignore you, that's not going to end. So then there needs to be a clear decision as to, you know, when do you get off of that roller coaster ride, that sort of thing. So that's what I have for you guys. I don't really see huge amounts of money. I do see great opportunity coming your way off of a starting something new, meaning getting back in gear with something, or starting on a new journey. Like if you're looking for a new opportunity, there's going to be a lot of opportunities your way. So you just kind of have to put the energy in that place, and then good things will come out of it. So where you're putting your energy in is where you're going to see things manifest, and that can be positive or negative. So just keep that in mind, guys. So that's what I have for you guys for the remainder of March. If you'd like to leave a comment below and share with us your thoughts, we'd love to hear from you. So please do so. If you would like a counsel with me, you can reach me with my contact information at the beginning of this video, as well as the end and in the description box below. Otherwise, I will see you guys with another one. Take care, Pisces.